Well, hello, and welcome to Grace for Today. My name is Marshall Brown, and today in Grace for Today, like all of the Tuesdays in May, we will be looking at one of the great hymns of the Christian faith. It'll actually be in the email that this Grace for Today comes with, and we will sing it together in our Sunday morning worship service. I hope you will sing along this week and then again on Sunday. But today we come to one of perhaps my favorite hymn, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. Now, this hymn was written by a man named Robert Robinson. Amazingly, he wrote it when he was 22 years old. And there's much to commend about this hymn, the tune to which it has been set, the memorable lyrics. But what I love most about this hymn is its deep and penetrating insight, its honesty about human nature. It is both refreshing and frankly disarming. And I want us to see three things about the hymn. The first is this, that the hymn shows us that God is the source of every blessing. From that very first line, come thou fount of every blessing. The hymnist in the hymn is saying that everything we have, that God is the source of all that is good and all that is fair. But secondly, we turn our attention to our own hearts. And the second thing this hymn shows us is the need for our heart to be tuned. The famous second line, tune my heart to sing thy grace. You know, everything in this life, whether from use or disuse, needs to be tuned, whether it's a bike or a car or an instrument. And the reality is the hymnist is saying that we also need our hearts to be tuned, because to be tuned is to be aligned with some standard, some true standard. And in this case, the living and true standard we need to be aligned to is the grace of the gospel. Tune my heart to sing thy grace. But the third thing that I want us to see this morning is how this hymn shows our hearts wander away from God. This feels so real. Let me read for you from the last bit of this hymn. "O to grace, how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be. Let thy goodness like a fetter bind my wandering heart to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, O take and seal it for thy courts above." And I don't know about you, but friends, that just feels a lot like my life. Prone to wander. And this, as much as a hymn to be sung, is a hymn to be prayed, that our wandering hearts, which are so quick to wander away from God, to look for satisfaction in other places, in disobedience, rebellion, or just apathy, that we are prone to wander, and yet he is saying, God, seal my heart to you. And friends, that is worthy of being sung and prayed, and that is grace for today.